Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Isan Andanawari Permana. With name 1924-1754. Here I will present about the computer and hardware. Definition of computer. What is mean by a computer? Maybe you think that a computer is a mechanic or device that we often use in office, school, or internet cafes. However, in general, the identifi- identi- identification of a computer is an electronic device that can be used, used to process data according to procedure that have been formulated so that it will produce useful information for user. Etymological, the word computer comes from Latin namely computere, which means to calculate. So, in simple terms, the definition of computer is a tool used to calculate arithmetic. Definition of computer according to experience. William M. Fury. According to William M. Fury, the definition of a computer is a data processing tool that performs a legal and fixed calculation and including arithmetic and logic calculation and these calculation do not involve human intervention. Robert Habil According to Robert, the definition of a computer is an electronic device that is capable of performing several tasks including receiving input, processing input, storing commands, and produce output in the form of information. Donald Sanders. According to Sanders, the definition of a computer is an electronic system used to manipulate data quickly and accurately, designs and origins so that it can automatically revise and store data, process data to produce output based on commands that have been stored in memory. William and Schwer. According to William and Schwer, the definition of a computer is a multi-process mechanics that can be programmed, can revise data, affect and route image, and process or manipulate the data in a format that can be used by the user. The main element of a computer. Hardware in a computer hardware consists of a processor, RAM, hard disk, motherboard, and CPU. Software is the operating system and virus applications that are entered into the hardware and work according to the user commands. Computer user atau brainwave are computer user or operation who use computer. Computer components used on their function. Components in a computer can be divided into groups, namely input, process, and output. Input components. Yes, component is a hardware component that is a function as a command giver for various texts that will be given to the computer. Process command. The component has a function to process data or process command given by brainwave which are then displayed on the output components. This is a component that is the function of display information from commands that have been processed by the computer. Understanding hardware. In the world of information technology, the term Hardware is one of the most basic components that most is understands. Hardware is a physical component of computer system that can be nurtured and felt. Unlike software which is digital, hardware include all real devices that support the running of a computer system. If explains in more detail, hardware in a computer system is hardware that active as a tool for executing virus process controlled by software. Hardware function. Data processing hardware course is CPU. The central processing unit plays, plays a central role in data processing. CPU is responsible for processing raw data provided by the user into useful information. Data storage hardware so its hard drive and solid state drive (SSD) are used to store data in files from this data can be document, application, and multimedia file storage device are also divided into two main types. Temporary storage called SRAM is used to store data while the system is active. Permanent storage code is hard drive. The retain data even when the computer is turned off. User interaction with the system. Hardware code is keyboard, mic, and touchscreen facilitate interactive between user and computer systems. This function allows user to give interaction and revise responses from the computer. Providing output hardware cause is monitors and prints allow digital data to be converted into information that humans can escape either in visual, print, or audio form. Example of hardware and three functions. Three are different types of hardware that have specific function here. Here are some examples. Hard drive. A hard drive is the primary storage device in a computer. Its function is to store data primarily. Keyboard. The keyboard is an input device used to enter data and instruction. Camera. A camera on a computer is a webcam is used to capture images or videos. Webcam are widely used for video conferencing, streaming, or security process. Microphone. A microphone is an input device that converts sound into a digital signal. Microphones are often used in communication applications such as Zoom or Google Meets, as well as for recording sound. Main hardware components. Motherboard. The motherboard is thin main circuit board that contains all the hardware components inside the computer. The motherboard ensures that CAD component can communicate with each other. CPU Central Processing Unit. The CPU is often referred to as the brain of the computer. Its function include executing instruction, controlling, multitasking, processing, and processing data. Other device additional component goes is GPU, Graphic Processing Unit for graphic processing, and PCU, Power Supply Unit to provide uh, electrical power are also important part of the hardware. Okay, so thank you. See you next time. Bye.